Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, reviewing Married at First Sight Australia season 12 episodes 29 and 30. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So in the last video I said it wasn't wise, Dave, to make a commitment to be a better partner to somebody you don't want to be partnered with. And now he's reaping the consequences.
Knock on my door with flowers, post-it notes, write a poem, everything.
You said some things to me that hurt me last night as well. Probably the worst you spoke to me is throughout this experiment. Coming at me the way you did, it took me back.
I need you to just stop what you're doing right now.
I'm not feeling the way that she wants me to feel, or like so demanding for me to feel, so.
You came in last night wanting to keep me.
Yeah.
Wanting to fight for me. You haven't even tried one day, Dave.
This is conversation. You don't understand where I'm coming from.
What are we doing here? Why'd you give me some bullshit excuse last night? What was that, just to look like a hero for a minute? Stop with me, because my feelings are real and it's not fair.
So according to the comments, somebody did say that Dave was going back every weekend to tend to a sick family member. Now, although that is shady for production to exclude from the edit, I don't think that explains his change in behavior. And if it does explain his change in behavior, why wouldn't Jamie know that? So I don't know. Although, you know, my heart definitely does go out to him in that situation, I do have questions as to why production kept that out. But for me, I feel like maybe it wasn't pertinent enough to the story to add context as to why his demeanor has changed. So yeah, shady a little bit that they left it out, but I feel like that is a separate conversation compared to why Dave's entire tone has completely changed regarding his feelings for Jamie. We're gonna move on to the commitment ceremony. I'm breezing through some of these couples because honestly, irrelevant. Okay, so we have Athena and Adrien. They are back on track and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, have we not seen this story before? Athena, why are you sticking around with a man who does not want to be a stepfather? Does he want to be your baby's daddy? No. So stop wasting your damn time. Oh, girl, I don't understand. But she's going to keep trying to make it work with this man. And I'm thinking, you already know it's going to be over. Save your time. Save your energy. Save your tears. Because she will be crying again soon. Then we have Veronica and Elliot. I mean, they cannot stand to be in each other's space. That was present in the last episode. And so, of course, in this episode, they're bickering back and forth. It was so stupid. They were talking about the fact that he would play card games with Reed during his trial marriage and with the other couples during the couples retreat. And she's like, well, you never wanted to play cards with me. How did you want to play cards with me? You don't want to be fun with me? You're not fun. Nobody wants to have fun with you because you're a buzz kill. Oh my gosh. Jeez, Veronica. And I'm sorry, Elliot clocked her. He was like, if you think that you are always in the right, why is it that the majority of the room consistently sides with me, even with the knowledge of how I was my first week here? Why do you think that is? Obviously, I'm not as bad as you think I am, and people are looking at you, not me. Clocked it. Absolutely. I'm sorry. Veronica. They both just had to leave. Thank God. Then next we have Jackie and Ryan. I don't want to deal with this couple anymore. I just can't. See, Jackie's antics are rubbing off on me. Anyways, the problem with this couple is control. Okay, he thinks that she's just judgmental and she thinks that he is inflexible. But at the root of it, they both want to be the leader in this relationship and they won't let the other take the lead at any point. And honestly, if both of you are going to be this uncompromising, just call it quits from now, please. And thank you. All right, moving on. TJ says that he is slow with sex with Beth because he wants their relationship to be focused on their emotional connection and not just a physical connection, which we have heard before, not just from him, from other people. I think, you know what, like it's not an outlandish thing to be like, hey, I actually want to get to know you deeper before we continue to have a sexual relationship. But the girl is saying, I don't even feel desired. I don't even think he likes me physically. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't have to be full on sex, but like rub her up. consensually. Like, kiss her passionately. Do something. Make her feel like you want her. And he's like, yeah, I do want her. She doesn't feel it though. So you got to do something else. I also feel like Beth could outline the things that she would like to see, since sex is not on the table for TJ right now and he's well within his rights to do that. Do something else, girl. Say something that would make you feel like he is all in on you, because it can't just be sex, because that is also problematic. Moving on. Obviously, Rhea and Jeff are fine. They're always fine, but they have a freaking cheat code, okay? They knew each other before. Karina and Paul also knew each other before. However, they're not having that great of a time.
I say that sometimes she comes across as I feel like she comes across as a bit of a snob.
Is your thought that Karina is a snob?
I feel like sometimes she comes across as being very judgy.
Obviously, I'm not proud of the comment that I made. The comment was not cool. That comment wasn't to be out there to the universe, and that's what's happened now.
There seems to be a sensitivity chip missing. You passed on an insult to Afina about her sister.
You're really missing the point and you're lacking emotional intelligence. You say things like that, you throw grenades out there, it's going to blow you up. It's going to blow your relationship up.
So I have a question. And Paul brought it up, which it annoys me to have to side with Paul, but he says, I have written concerns in this week. We were supposed to give a confession. I gave my confession, and we're not talking about any of the concerns. It's just all about how I have reacted to the things that Karina said and whatever. But like, I raise concerns and nobody cares. I'm sorry. I have the same question. We're just going to gloss over the fact that Karina is judgmental, basically pretentious, faking her conservative stance, lifestyle, whatever. She's faking her relationship with Paul. Like, we're just glossing over all of that. Interesting. Anyways, going back to Paul, who shouldn't even be here because he has not gone to a single anger management class. Y'all told me he was staying because he was going to anger management. So why the hell is he still here? Anyways, they are upset with Paul because Paul exposed Karina in a way that broke the trust between them. And I totally understand that. Karina then says that she's questioning their compatibility, their connection. And Paul gets like irritated by that. And I'm thinking, Paul, who in their right mind would want to be with somebody who throws them under the bus? Who airs their dirty laundry without even touching base with the partner first? Who wants that? And on top of that, who the hell would think they are compatible with somebody who said you gave them the ick? They gave you the ick. The ick was had. Who wants that? I need Paul to use his brain a little bit more. Please. Some of the things that he gets upset about, I'm just like, really? Seriously? Nobody wants to be with somebody who has all of these nasty things to say about them and won't even address. It would be one thing if you said, hey, Karina, I have these concerns. Can't we hash it out? But no, you're going to harbor these feelings on the low and talk about it with somebody else who I've already expressed I'm uncomfortable with you even being in the same room with. As irrational as that is, I understand. No, Paul, come on. Come on. Anyways, he says he's going to try to do better. They say that their connection is still worth working through, so they decide to stay. Last on the couch is Jamie and Dave, and obviously the big question with them is what the hell is going on with Dave?
Dave, what's your take on all of this?
My walls went up because I was like, it sounded like nothing I've done in the past matters right now but this. I felt like I wasn't good enough, and I was like, I'm putting my walls up because I'm going to get hurt here.
Producer, it's going back to you're not feeling good enough. I was waiting for you to come in, to hug me, to kiss me, to be like, I'm so sorry. That's what I needed you to show up for me, and you didn't.
Can you now understand why Jamie is starting to question whether you have feelings for her? It was this completely different side of you that we'd never seen before.
Yeah. When Jamie said that she loved me, I got scared. This is one of the most uncomfortable spots in a relationship for me because I was worried that I'm not going to get there. So I shut down and I handled it wrong.
And as much as I do want to call BS on Dave, I'm just here like, okay, wait a minute now. This 180 is because you feel inadequate in your relationship. Since when? On all of those couch sessions, he was talking about he feels so good. He's so happy about the future that he could see with this girl. Like, he's excited about the connection that they're building. It's a great bond of blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden, you feel inadequate. Where did that come from? Please share with the class. We're confused. And as much as I believe that is BS, when he started to speak, Jamie immediately jumped in. And I was like, let him finish, girl. Let him land. And so the part that I would agree with Dave is later on, he says that basically Jamie has been steering this whole relationship. She steamrolls her feelings throughout this relationship. And so he just kind of has to go along with things because she's just so overpowering. We saw a little bit of it in this couch conversation. So I was like, okay, I guess I could see that part. But at the end of the day, when she was expressing all of these strong feelings, you didn't seem to have a problem before. Now, all of a sudden, she has said that, you know, she loves you, and you're thinking, whoa, scary. Whoa, I don't feel like I'm good enough. I don't know if I could get there with you. Whether or not she said I love you, the feelings were developing, and you knew that. She said that on the couch, and probably to you. Like, what? Dave, either way, they both decide to stay, and Dave has been put on notice. He has to really step it up and prove to Jamie that he is committed in this relationship. Episode 30 is the beginning of the homestays, and Jamie and Dave have been living in separate apartments. He did bring her flowers, and she was like, this is cute and all, but I'm still not comfortable bringing you to my hometown. Problem is, they live in the same hometown. So they both just went home. Yeah, and they're going to stay there for now. Then we have Afina, who initially wanted to bring her trial marriage partner to meet her son. However, because things haven't been going well with Adrien, she decides she's not going to introduce her son to him. But Adrien does get a glimpse of what life would look like being a stepdaddy.
So what you punch when you get married?
My son's, because he does MMA. It'll be nice for Adrien to see me in my own soil. But we are going to be seeing my twin sister, and I don't know how he's going to react.
As if I've been looking forward to seeing your sister. I still believe your sister owes me an apology, but for me, it's wild that Fina can't see what her sister clearly done wrong that day. Like I said, I still believe she should apologise,
I don't think she
but...
should, though. Why should she apologise? If anything, I think I deserve an apology.
All I could think of was, you guys know that TikTok where it's like, blah, 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 place name, backstory, stuff, whatever. I don't really know the sound. But like, I think whenever Afina was talking about, oh, my son does this and my son did that, he was just hearing wah, 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 wah. The man doesn't care. Afina, he doesn't care, girl. Oh my gosh. Anyways, Adrien is going into this homestay being very irritated with Cleo because of how their last family visit went. And so he's determined to get an apology out of her. Why? She doesn't owe you an apology. Even what's her name? Afina, she's like, oh no, my sister does not owe you an apology. If anything, you owe me an apology. You see, Afina, and this is why I cannot side with you, girl. Because what do you mean you have spent all this time since that day still wanting an apology for Adrien, yet you are still here making it seem like things are going well? Cannot side with this girl. Like, I can't. And if Afina turns around and says, oh, I was played, you weren't. The man has shown himself to you time after time after time after time. And what do? Sweep it under the rug. Sweep it under the sheets, actually, because they just get to doing the do and she forgets all of his transgressions. Girl, no. On top of that, you are a mother. I'm sorry. I don't mean to bring her motherhood into this. You are a mother. It is imperative that you make good dating choices. Adrien is not a good dating choice. Like, girl, for the sake of the show, I'm sorry. Whatever notoriety that y'all get after the show, it cannot be that good. It can't. Go home and be with your baby. Karina brings Paul to her big, traditional, religious family who doesn't see their marriage as a legitimate marriage, but, well, it's not, so I do agree with that.
This is my room, and this is your room.
They're married, but not in the law of the church. In the eyes of the church, they're not married.
This is a nice bedroom.
I do think Mum is definitely trying to send Paul a message.
Jesus.
Next to your bed. The next one will probably be going to visit a church and maybe getting baptised. Who knows?
Everyone's looking down, and I'm the only one looking around. I'm like,
Dear Lord, please shower them with graces and your blessings.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do, but okay.
You know, when I see religious depictions like this on TV, I kind of get why people are not keen on religion, because this was a lot even for me. I was like, I'm Christian too, but y'all are doing a lot right now in this house. Or am I just a heathen? Does that make me a heathen? I don't know, but I was overstimulated, so I can imagine that Paul was also overstimulated, okay? Basically, the family has a problem with the fact that Paul isn't religious. He says that his family was Catholic, and so he's open to exploring things. I'm sorry, if this family was as religious and traditional as they claim to be, does the Bible not say you shouldn't be with somebody who's unequally yoked to you? If you don't know what that means, it's basically like you have to be on the same level. You're not religious at all, and I'm super religious? How does that make sense? On top of that, too, the family is so conservative, but she can go on this TV show that makes a mockery, some would say, of marriage. And on top of that, too, you don't want to recognize their marriage as a real marriage, so they have to sleep separately. However, you're okay with her being on the show where they sleep in the same bed in the same apartment. Please, the whole family is fake. Like, the whole family is fake. The drama between them at the wedding was fake. This whole is all, oh, get Karina and Paul out of here. Ryan and Jackie, as we know, have one good day and 7 bad ones. And because Ryan made a joke that Jackie didn't like, she decides to come for his appearance.
This is a great bed.
Your shoes are not allowed on my bed.
Did you tell me that you liked cleaning?
I've used that vacuum cleaner so many times. I don't think you've picked it up once.
You never clean the apartment.
I do. It's similar to me teasing you about how your beard isn't very manly.
See?
And tonight,
See, I can
I'm
laugh
going
at
to
that.
shave it off. What's wrong with clean shaven?
There's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with clean shaven. I love having a bit of stubble at the very least.
Experience an unwillingness to compromise on every single thing that's ever popped up in our relationship.
Jackie is the most difficult person I've ever tried to date in my life.
I'm a beard enthusiast, okay? It must connect. Please, God. Please, God of mercy, it must connect. If it don't connect, maybe do a goatee or something. I love a beard. I think a beard looks very manly. I don't know what the hell Jackie's talking about. But anyway, she's now equating this to the fact that he is inflexible on all things and he will never be able to compromise in her relationship. Never. Never. Isn't this the same man who, after the honeymoon, he actually did do something about his appearance in order to appease Jackie, but he has never made a compromise for you ever, girl. Okay, so she takes him to this flower shop and he is adopting it as his own idea. And she's upset that he's doing that. Jackie, does it matter? You want the man to buy you flowers. She even tested him to the point where she was hesitating to pay for the flowers to see if he's going to pay for it. But she's also upset that he co-opted her idea. Let it be his idea. Let it be his idea. You want the flowers that bad? Let him take the idea as his. And then he could pay for the flowers. And guess who's happy? Both of you. Moving on. Adrien walks into family dinner with Cleo and the twins' mother, I think it was only the two of them. And he is still determined to get this apology from Cleo.
We weren't butting heads.
Yeah, we're butting heads.
Yeah. It hasn't ever been a resolution because we're both like so stubborn, but we eventually just like,
Adrien, are you willing to move to Perth?
Is she willing to move to Sydney?
My nephew's life is here.
And my life's in Sydney.
Are you willing to do long distance?
Don't know how it's going to work. Obviously, from last time was ugly, let's be real. I get
Personally,
that.
I didn't agree with the comments they made about myself, and I could see that my sister had been crying.
his family did come at her pretty heavily. My sister was upset. It was as clear as day.
You guys see the way you see it and I see the way I do. I just wanted to tell her the truth, like, hey, I don't accept your actions, and I still don't, but whatever.
Cleo, babes, don't waste your breath, don't waste your time, don't waste your effort, don't waste your energy, just don't. Just don't. At this point, Cleo is working harder than Afina has. Girl, don't. I don't even have words. Like, we're really trying to reason with Adrien? For real? For real? Adrien knows his family was in the wrong. Adrien knows he has been in the wrong. He is a grown-ass man. He knows better. And you know how he knows better? Because I did get a DM, sorry to expose you, and maybe your mind has changed since then, but I did get a DM that said, you know, I actually think that Adrien has good intentions. He just doesn't know how to express love. Absolute bullshit. Okay? And you know why? At the couples retreat, Who was the man all of a sudden becoming a relationship guru, telling everybody what they need to do in their relationship to be a better man, to be a more attentive partner, to be... So you know what to do. You just choose not to do it. I am not wasting my energy trying to reason with somebody like Adrien. He has already made up his mind. As soon as that lady said, I got a kid, he said, I'm out. I'm just going to stay because I want to be a micro celeb. But in terms of a future with you, I don't see it. So Cleo, save your breath. Lastly, we have Jamie, who decides that she will meet up with Dave and she's going to bring her sister so she can figure out what is going on with Dave.
How are you going with the coffee?
Hey, you gotta look me in the eyes.
7 years of bad sex or no sex, eh? So, are you falling in love with Jamie?
But, you know, I really care about your sister. You know, I look forward to opening up and compromising our lives together after this.
How can you see a future with someone you don't have a love connection with? You don't have romantic feeling.
But I want to build on that. I think I see the glimpses of the romantic things there. I do.
That's grim.
Dave says he is not falling in love with Jamie, but he could see a future with her. What is this, a glorified situationship? Oh my gosh. Up until this point, I haven't heard a viable reason as to why he has shifted like this. The 180 was insane. Out of nowhere and insane. To me, this whole, her strong feelings for me were just overwhelming and I got scared and I shut down. It's not good enough. Especially because you're now saying, I see a future with her. If you saw a future with her, those strong feelings shouldn't chase you away. They shouldn't. Ultimately, if I were Jamie, I would not feel comfortable proceeding in a relationship with somebody who's able to flip on a dime like that on me. No, it is not happening. And in the preview for the next episode, it seems like he's all of a sudden happy now that he's with his family. Now, granted, with the context that he was tending to a sick family member, I do understand that. But it's a little bit too wishy-washy, too flippy-floppy for me. No. I fully felt her when she was like, who have I fallen in love with? I fell in love with a person who isn't even here anymore. And it's not like we have a diagnosis of him having BPD or something. Like, he just flipped. And nobody really knows why. Like, the show is not telling us why. He's not telling us why. No, thank you. I cannot do that. But we will see where things go with them. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.